It's like your spreadsheets and your numbers are like a Monet painting, right? Because it brings it all together in something that's beautiful. It's kind of strange, but I always think of it that way.
You say that you're good at math, and a lot of people saying that I choose accounting because I'm good at math, and then people say you do not need to be good at math to do accounting.
I think, yes, that's a great point. I think a lot of people, back when I chose my career, they thought, oh, it's math, right? It's numbers, but it really isn't. And we always say the most important skill that you need is communication and relationship building, right? So that's key, but you have to understand kind of the analytical piece, so how it all fits together, and then you have to tell that story. So I think sometimes people think math because of numbers, but it clearly, the way that AI is integrating with everything we do, it's definitely moving more towards an analytical and telling the story. And that to me is really important and much more intriguing than just doing, when we did ledgers. It's different now, and it's a lot more exciting and engaging as a profession.
I agree. I feel like I love Excel, and now you have Excel. You do not need to be good at math anymore because Excel can do all of that for you, all that calculation, and then especially now with AI or technologies make it so much easier for you to do accounting work, so you can focus on something else. For example, telling story. I love that. Telling story is super important. It says everything.
It's really important, and when I was overseeing the tax and accounting area at the College of American Pathologists, I'd always say anyone can look at a financial statement and they can tell you what numbers are up or down or, the changes, but no one really knows the story. So go out to your areas, talk to clients, and really understand their business, because then you can help tell the story to them, right? Through the numbers and through what you're seeing in your lens. So it's much more attuned to that than it is just the pure numbers. And to me, that speaks to me because I love that. It excites me. I always say it's like your spreadsheets and your numbers are like a Monet painting, right? Because it brings it all together in something that's beautiful. It's kind of strange, but I always think of it that way.
It feels like accounting is more personality now than just numbers, because before people say accountants with just big glasses on and then just no personalities at all, and then just focusing on numbers and then papers and then just boring. Now it's just a different time. I feel like now it's more about you need to show your personality, show you, not showing the numbers. You need to show you to see the numbers. So I'm wondering is that one of the requirements to be a good accountant at this time for young people? What do you think, if any other requirements could be?
Definitely the communication piece and being able to communicate. I'm reading this book. I would encourage any of you to read it. It's Smart Brevity. And it helps with being clear and concise in your writing. And it talks in there about speaking, writing like a human, not writing. And, some of us use ChatGPT now because it really helps. But you really want to write, like you said, Rosie, you want your authentic, who you are, to come out in what you're doing and how you deal with individuals, how you talk to clients, how you talk to other business leaders. So for me, that having your authentic self be able to really speak more loudly than it used to in the past, to me is really one piece of the profession that I love. And it's also being curious. So I think you really would encourage, ask questions, be curious, because you have to see if you see something that doesn't make sense. You want to be able to, find out why. There's always that why. And I know, when you have kids, for all of you that have children, sometimes you think, gosh, they're asking me why again. It's why. But it's really important to ask that why. And then you can really dig more into that story and what's there, right? And so it's important. There's another good book I love to read, so I read a lot, is by Simon Sinek, the book Why. And I would encourage you to read it because anyone who's out there, it just helps you get the bigger picture of why you're doing something than looking at, like you said, just all the different pieces of it, and helps you make sense of it. So I would say ask questions, be curious, communicate, and just love what you do, right? You love what you do, Rosie. I can see it every day. When you just are excited and you have energy, you've got to love what you do and have that passion there. A lot of CPAs do. If you ask them, they'll say, I'm making businesses' dreams come true. What better world is there to be in than if you can help businesses' dreams come true, right?
Yeah, I agree. I love what I'm doing right now. That makes a huge difference because you're not going to work just get the job done. Each work I finish is just like my baby day. I want to make it perfect, the best that I can. And then if something wrong with it, I say, oh no, it's not that good. I can make it better next time. So yes, I enjoy every single second I'm working on what I'm doing right now.